A classic Queen's Gambit declined exchange variation emerges in Sharjah Masters 2025 group around 1, setting the stage for an intriguing battle. On d4. Knight f6. On c4. On e6. Knight c3 transposed into Queen's Gambit declined normal defense. On d5. On takes d5. On takes d5. Bishop f4. Bishop e7. On e3. Bishop f5. Queen b3. Knight c6. On g4. Threatening pawn takes f5. Knight takes g4 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Queen takes d5. Queen takes d5. Knight takes d5. Bishop b4 check. King e2. Threatening knight takes c7 check. King castled queenside played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Threatening rook takes d5. Knight takes b4 played by Divya Deshmukh. Knight takes b4. Bishop g3. Rook he8. It is novelty move. Bharath Subramaniyam H is aiming to play. Knight c2. King d2. Knight takes a1 and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook c1 played by Divya Deshmukh. Threatening rook takes c7 check. Rook e7 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Threatening rook takes d4. King d2 played by Divya Deshmukh. Knight takes a2. Rook a1. Threatening rook takes a2. Knight b4 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Rook takes a7. King b8. Threatening king takes a7. Rook a4 played by Divya Deshmukh. Threatening rook takes b4. Bishop e4 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Bharath Subramaniyam H is preparing to play. Knight c6. On h3. Knight takes e3. On takes e3. Bishop takes h1 and take decisive advantage. On f3 played by Divya Deshmukh. Threatening pawn takes e4. Knight takes e3 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. On takes e4. Knight takes f1 check. King c3. Knight a6. Threatening rook takes e4. Bishop h4 played by Divya Deshmukh. Threatening bishop takes e7. On f6 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Threatening rook takes e4. Knight f3 played by Divya Deshmukh. Threatening rook takes f1. Knight e3 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Threatening rook takes e4. Knight d2 played by Divya Deshmukh. On g5. Threatening pawn takes h4. Bishop g3 played by Divya Deshmukh. Divya Deshmukh considers playing. On b4. Knight c2. On b5. Knight a b4. Bishop f2. On f5. On e5 and dominate the board. On f5 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Threatening pawn takes e4. Bishop e5 played by Divya Deshmukh. Divya Deshmukh might go for Bishop f6. Pawn takes e4. Bishop takes e7 and take decisive advantage. Knight c5 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Rook a5 take a moment to spot the best move for Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Rook takes e5 is best move here because Rook takes c5. Rook takes c5 check. Pawn takes c5. Pawn f4. Pawn e5. Rook d5 Bharath Subramaniyam H have small advantage. Let's explore the main game. Threatening knight takes a4 check. Rook a5 played by Divya Deshmukh. Pawn b6 stop here and find the strongest move for Divya Deshmukh. Bishop f6 is a strong choice since knight takes e4 check. Knight takes e4. Rook takes e4. Bishop takes d8. Pawn takes a5. Bishop takes g5 position is equal. Let's explore the main line. Divya Deshmukh intends to play Bishop f6. Knight takes e4 check. Knight takes e4 and take decisive advantage. Pawn b6 slightly worse move played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Threatening pawn takes a5. Rook b5 is not the best move played by Divya Deshmukh. Rook takes e5 take a moment to spot the best move for Divya Deshmukh. Rook takes c5 is a strong choice since Rook takes c5 check. Pawn takes c5. Pawn b5. Pawn b4. Pawn f4. Pawn h3 still Divya Deshmukh is losing. Let's analyze the main game. Divya Deshmukh considers playing Bishop f6. Rook takes e4. Bishop takes d8 and gain a significant edge. Rook takes e5 played by Bharath Subramaniyam hai. Pawn takes e5 slightly worse move played by Divya Deshmukh. Rook d3 check. King b4. Rook takes d2. Rook takes c5. Pawn takes c5 check. King c3 Divya Deshmukh fought hard but ultimately had to concede defeat.